tell me she's not a beauty. Oh boy, that is so good. Come with me because we're about to make the ultimate side dish, my broccoli and cheese casserole. Let's get started. Today I'm showing you one of my all-time favorite side dishes. So what I have here is a pot of boiling water, and I'm going to liberally salt the water. This is the only chance you're gonna get to flavor your broccoli. So you wanna make sure you heavily salt it. And then to that boiling water, I'm gonna add in 2 pounds of broccoli florets. Now we're just gonna blanch the broccoli for about 2 to 3 minutes, just until the beautiful vibrant green color is set and the broccoli is just tender. So once our broccoli is gorgeously, beautifully green, we're gonna get it out of the water and into a bowl. Now that our broccoli is all cooked, we need to start on the cheese sauce. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna put in 3 tablespoons of butter into our pan, and we're just gonna get that melted. Once your butter is almost melted, I'm gonna add in 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, and we're just gonna mix that together and cook it for about a minute or 2, just until we cook out the raw flour flavor and the starch, and it turns beautifully golden brown. Once we have a beautiful golden brown roux, I'm gonna add in 2 cups of whole milk and 1 cup of heavy cream that I warmed up. So now while our cream and our roux is coming together and coming to temperature, I'm gonna add in my seasonings. So I have a mixture here of my seasoning blend of salt, pepper, paprika, garlic powder, and onion powder. And I'm just adding 2 teaspoons of that to the milk. And now we're just gonna bring this to a boil until it thickens. So once our mixture has come to a boil, you wanna cut the heat. And basically what you have here is a gorgeously seasoned bechamel sauce. The only difference between this and a bechamel sauce is that normally it's just salt and pepper and not the other ingredients. But since we're making a cheese sauce, I wanted to season it differently. What I am gonna do, and that is traditional in a bechamel sauce, is I'm just gonna add in a pinch of nutmeg. I add nutmeg to anything that I cook that's dark green, like broccoli or spinach or kale, and I also add it to my bechamel sauce. Now, once that's done, I wanna take it off the heat. I'm taking it off the heat because now we're going to add in our cheeses. Do not ever add cheese to anything with the heat on. That's how you get a very grainy mac and cheese, cheese sauce, anything that has cheese in it. You want it off the heat. The residual heat from us bringing that to a boil is going to melt all the cheeses. So to our sauce, I'm going to add in a 1/2 cup of Parmigiano-Reggiano that I freshly grated, 2 cups of sharp cheddar cheese, and a 1/2 cup of freshly shredded mozzarella cheese. And we're just gonna whisk that together until all of the cheeses are fully melted. Look at that gorgeousness. And you just keep mixing until you have a smooth consistency and all of your cheese is good and melted. Oh, it doesn't get better. Now let's assemble our casserole. So now that we have our gorgeous cheese sauce all made, we're gonna pour it over our warm broccoli that we blanched. Oh, tell me that is just not a gorgeous sight. Now we're just gonna give it a toss, making sure that all of the broccoli is covered in that cheese sauce. Make sure you get all the way to the bottom of the bowl. You don't want any piece of broccoli left behind. So once all of our broccoli is covered in our cheese sauce, we're gonna set that aside for a minute. So I have a Pyrex baking dish here. And what I'm gonna do is I have some melted butter that we're gonna use for the topping of our broccoli and cheese casserole. And I melted an extra tablespoon just so I could be able to butter my dish, because there is cheese in here after all, and you wanna make sure it doesn't stick. Just make sure you get all the sides and the corners and the whole bottom. So now we're just gonna take our broccoli and cheese and we're gonna dump it into the casserole dish. And just make sure you spread it out evenly. My God, this thing is gorgeous. All right, so let's set this aside for just 1 second and let's make the topping. What I have here is a cup of breadcrumbs, half panko, half traditional breadcrumbs that are seasoned. And to that, I'm gonna add in about a 1/2 cup of Parmigiano-Reggiano cheese. And then I'm just gonna give that a toss till the breadcrumbs and the cheese are all combined. Then I'm gonna mix in 3 tablespoons of the melted butter that we reserved from the baking dish. And we're just gonna pour it in there and we're gonna give that a mix. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. So once our breadcrumb mixture resembles wet sand, we wanna liberally top our gorgeous broccoli and cheese casserole. This is, in some opinion, the best part. I would be one of those some. And if you can't get your kids to eat broccoli, try this dish. I'm telling you, they will love it. If they love mac and cheese, they are going to love this broccoli and cheese casserole. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to pop it in a 375-degree oven for just about 25-30 minutes until the top is golden brown and the cheese is nice and bubbly. Look at how beautifully bubbly that is and golden brown deliciousness. Oh, I am super excited for this. She is hot, she is bubbly, and she is ready to be eaten. So let's give her a taste. Oh, look at that. Oh, she's gorgeous. Let's get you out of the way. Ooh, that is hot. Look at the steam coming off that. Tell me she's not a beauty. Oh boy, that is so good. This is the best side dish out there. I'm telling you right now. Your kids will love it. Anybody you serve this to is going to love it. The broccoli is perfectly cooked. It just has that perfect tenderness to it. The breadcrumb topping is so crunchy and buttery. I could literally eat that whole pan. It's terrible. Guys, if you want the recipe to my broccoli and cheese casserole, just comment the word recipe in the comment section below and I'll be sure to send it to your DM.